I am resident of Colorado from YouTube, Jules Saints. That is my buddy Patrick McCray. That is my buddy Alan Gallant. We are here to review a documentary about Klaus Kinski, a very, very talented actor. Uh, Guys, when did you first watch this documentary, Patrick?
Oh gosh, early aughts. I think this came out. I'm gonna say maybe this came out 2001, 2002, something like that. It was it was relatively early into my time in Knoxville, and the whatever the company was that was releasing this, Anchor Bay, released a bunch of Kinski Herzog collaborations at once, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
And I remember when it was in theaters, and I didn't get to see it, and I really wanted to. Um, and it was my writing partner, a guy named David Rains, was a big fan of this movie, and we were both fans of Werner and Klaus from their various comedies they made together. Um, and this was a surefire hit. We often imagined them as replacing Ned Flanders as the other neighbors on The Simpsons. It was somehow living together, fighting constantly trying to kill each other, but defending each other to the end.
Yes. Peering over the fence with bulging eyes,
That's right.
twisted mouth,
Just another episode of Werner and Klaus.
with one of his medieval helmets on.
Sure. He was one for wacky hats.
He was.
I like the wacky hats and the expressions in Wojciech the most.
Mm,
He's got some real good ones in that.
yeah, he did. He did. Absolutely.
Eat the peas, Wojciech. Eat the peas.
Alan, when did you first watch this?
I felt like I'd seen it in the 80s because there's so many film clips in it from there.
Yeah.
But no, I just saw it today for the first time all the way through. Yeah.
And I first saw this today myself. Klaus is a very interesting dude. I mean, he's a perfectionist, obviously. Talented
And yet,
actor.
his vision of perfect is
It's
highly questionable.
Yes, it is. And
Well-
also mercurial and changeable.
Anyway, Jewel, you were saying.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, when you get into actors and their art form of a role, to them, it's they want it a certain way because they see it a certain way, and then it's sometimes it compliments the director who hired them, sometimes it doesn't. So, I mean, Klaus and the guy who did this documentary, he said it. He goes, we were sort of made for each other, and I agree. I mean, you could sort of tell how the director was very quiet, but he would listen to Klaus go on these little tirades and these rants, and it's like
sometimes they were huge
Little.
tirades and rants. They were
yeah, a
good for
little,
10
yeah, a
hours.
little.
I mean, people were shot.
People shot themselves after the 5 hours went by. He was intense, no doubt about it. Herzog did seem, I think, if anybody could understand him, and it was weird too because if you look at some of his leading ladies, and he was wonderful to them. He never, he didn't hurl spittle at them or swear at them or do anything. He was very, very gentlemanly towards Claudia Cardinal, and then the German woman that had an extended interview in the movie as well. They both seemed to be in simpatico with him.
Yeah.
Whereas other people were terrorized, on occasion. I think I truly believe after watching this movie, and I suspected this anyway for years, and of course I'm not a doctor, so I can't really diagnose, that he had some form of bipolar disorder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he was pretty upfront about his experiences with mental illness throughout his life too. I mean, I don't think he ever defined them that way, but he had serious bouts with mental illness throughout his life. That was part of his energy, as it turned out, I think. part of his
I wonder if
genius.
he ever,
Yeah,
wonder if he ever made a Jekyll and Hyde movie,
I don't think so.
just a
That
Hyde
was
movie.
off
That was.
camera. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I thought this movie was great because Herzog clearly has a love for this guy.
Yeah, he does. I mean, those last shots.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
and I think that Kinski had a love for him too, in spite of the fact that his overarching need for to be this absolute center of attention, which is, I mean, the height of actors, in some cases, and sometimes it produces brilliance.
Yeah,
Obviously, in his case, it did. But when he was out of that, even if it was like somebody like breaking a leg or something like that, and people fussing over that person, he would go berserk because
yeah.
he was no longer the center of attention.
Well, the this is not necessary. I mean, this just makes it maybe crazier. This is not necessarily a representative sampling of what Kinski was like,
Yeah,
because he made lots of American films.
he did.
And you do that once on a studio shoot, and that's it.
Yeah, he was actually living in America at the time of his death. I mean, he lived
Yeah,
in America off and on for years.
yeah. So you can't get away with that on studio shoot. Certainly not with Billy
No.
Wilder directing. I mean, they just don't have the insurance for it. There's the reason Oliver Reed. I mean, he worked a lot more than Oliver Reed in America. And towards the end,
Yeah.
And you look at films that should have been time bombs, like Venom. We talked about with Nicole Williamson,
Yes.
another lunatic. But
They got along. Yeah.
I guess so. I haven't heard any stories.
Either they got along or they civilly avoided each other. One of the two.
Yeah, or were kept separated. And then he even made very quiet indie movies. There's a wonderful science fiction film, maybe the best science fiction films of the '80s, called Android, where he's a scientist who creates this android on a spaceship, and he's great. He's great in it, and when you're making an independent film, you only have 3 or 4 sets. Time is of the essence. You're doing it on film, so you don't have endless video to keep shooting.
Kinski's face is spectacle. I mean, I've never seen such a malleable face. He can go from total, just like he's in the zone. He's like meditative, and then goes from that to this visage of total rage that is incredible. It's an incredible range.
He would have made. I was watching this and I thought to myself, my God, he would have made an amazing Klingon.
Oh, absolutely.
Good Lord, what a terrifying!
Barely had to do anything.
Yeah,
put him in the costume.
I mean, imagine him as General Chang in Star Trek VI.
Yeah.
Oh, the eye patch.
He would have terrified Bill Shatner.
Yeah,
I'm sure he would have too, because he would have. I mean, to the degree he would have been allowed to, but he would have scoped him as, oh, that's the head guy, huh? Okay,
the pudgy Canadian.
I'm the head guy.
Bring him on.
Yeah.
Send me the pudgy Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have had him as like the evil Vulcan, or he's like just. He could have
done that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect for a lot of those roles.
Now, had he done television, and had he been on DS9 and made the mistake of looking at Avery Brooks and thinking, that's the head guy to take down.
Yeah.
Please, bring it on.
Yeah.
Let's see him try that.
Spax would fly across the universe.
Oh my God! He would have been he would have been a stain of sauerbraten all over the set.
Complain about your coffee not being warm, huh? See what that gets you.
That's not how we roll in New Jersey.
No.
That's
You drink it cold and like it.
What's some of you guys' favorite Kinski movies? I know Nosferatu's going to be up.
Yeah, Nosferatu is great. Any of the Herzog films are fabulous because of their strange but effective working and personal relationship. Fitzcarraldo was amazing.
Yeah, and if this movie interested you, 2 movies to check out, and you got to watch them together. Fitzcarraldo and a documentary about Fitzcarraldo called Burden of Dreams,
Yeah.
which is right up there with Hearts of Darkness,
Yeah.
about crazy guy going to the jungle to make a movie.
Yeah.
It's very good. And there's footage from Burden of Dreams in this.
That's where the story first got out, I believe, where the one of the Indian chieftains offered to kill Kinski.
Yes.
And Herzog, who strangely was friends with Kinski, sort of at the time, said, no, we've got to finish the shoot. Let me handle this, But that was a sincere offer, apparently. It's like, and they weren't like he says in this movie, they weren't afraid of Kinski because he was just raging and flopping all over the place. They were afraid of Herzog because he stayed absolutely calm.
Oh yeah.
And that spooks people in the face.
Yeah.
Something like that, spooky.
Well, directors are usually tend to be calm.
Well, I mean, somebody had to be sane in that relationship, or at least a
that's
simile
true.
of sanity. You can't have both people going crazy at the same time. It's just like, no, that's not going to work. Somebody has to be able to shape and mold that crazy into the performance that they want, or the directing that they want, or whatever. And so it was Herzog. That was his role. Confessor and combatant occasionally, but mostly just the guy that let the rage happen and then figured out a way to use it.
I wish Hal Needham had made a documentary like this about Jackie Gleason. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Talk about another. He was quite mercurial, especially when
I know.
Another genius of sorts, and yeah. Gleason used to oil it with lots of booze and cigarettes too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was on it all the time. But
the great
one, and those train rides to Miami Beach and all of that stuff that went on.
I don't know about these.
Oh my God, they were just parties. He wouldn't fly. He didn't say, that's no fun. Put the June Taylor dancers in the back car and everybody else in the middle car, and the front car is full of booze and bar equipment and food and everything else, and just take 3 days or 4 days, whatever it took, to go from New York City to Miami Beach on a slow train and just get lit the whole way. That's what they did. Yeah. They did that for years when he had his variety show down there in Miami Beach.
Yeah.
It's incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff. He was a sensualist, no doubt about it, in his own way.
Yeah.
Lots of food, lots of sex, lots of booze.
Well, look at him.
Well, I mean, he was just like, I am receiving this. Ugh. Yeah. That was the kind of guy he was. Energetically, physically, everything about him was like that.
My favorite Klinsky role is The Great Silence, obviously. Great snow western.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he was in a couple of good westerns, no doubt. No doubt. Isn't he in for a few dollars more?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thought so.
He's one of the hench.
Yeah. And he's crazy. He's got that look in his eye.
He's in The Great Silence. He's so calm. And he's like supposed to be your heel, but Silence who doesn't talk. And there's a little backstory behind that. The reason the protagonist does not talk is for one reason. It's because French actor did not want to learn. He's like, look, I don't want to learn these lines. Can we just make him mute? Director Argento's like,
that's wild.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll make him mute. Okay. And it worked.
He had no choice, I guess, if the guy was refusing to learn his lines.
Yeah, but when you watch that movie and you listen to the score, because it's a snow western, you see the snow setting.
Yeah.
There's a reason that's 2 on the list if you ever go watch it.
Yeah.
But
It's obvious that obviously not only the actor that made that choice, but the director went
yeah,
with it
they yeah
and
because
just
they
said,
both
okay, this is what we're going to do. And
yeah because
went with it.
they also made the choice to in the theater. But if you own the 2K version, you can do it. And they went with the ambiguous ending for the movie.
Uh-huh.
And so if you own the 2K version, you could put the good ending on for the movie because it fits the movie better. But they felt it was too much for the theater. They're like, this is a little too fairy tale-ish. So they went.
Yeah, and not only that, but this was the age of the anti-Western that was beginning back then too. So it was like we don't necessarily want the guy to ride off with the girl or whatever, and a lot of that stuff. So yeah,
it was a gutsy call for him to make. I mean,
sure.
but yeah, this document, Klinsky, yeah, you're right. He likes to be the center of attention,
Oh,
and I think the documentary really it felt like so many memories for the director of pain, sorrow, and you could tell he missed the guy.
yeah, absolutely. They were friends.
Yeah, it was made just a few years after Kinski's death.
Yeah.
What up,
Kinski-
party people?
What's up?
I don't know. I
Hello.
didn't know you was down here having a party without me.
Yeah,
It is
What the fuck?
the Werner Herzog to Jules Klaus Kinski.
She didn't invite me to the party. I'm
Well,
sad.
Kinski isn't exactly a party, although I'm sure he could be sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking to you guys.
Thank
The
you.
Hey.
Well, do you want to sit here? I'll move.
It's okay. Kids are asleep, by the way. I did that part for you while you're down here partying.
Thank you, thank you.
Uh,
But yeah, it felt like such a complimentary piece. I mean, the director was not out to smear the dude. He was out to
No.
talk about his friend.
Absolutely not. Yes,
And
absolutely.
it's something you can appreciate because when they're talking about Klinsky and they're showing the clips, it's like, okay, you kind of get the guy. Yes, he was a little bit bipolar, but you loved his passion for it in the sense of, look, this should be this way, or you shouldn't be doing this.
The thing about Kinski that took an enormous amount of patience and handling on parts of directors like Herzog is that his passion was often unbridled and outside the square and the comic book story square. Boom! He's just blasting out of he became at times an impulse to every thought that he had, which is really difficult to deal with when it's coming at you. But at the same time, he somehow harnessed that for the characters. And he was incredibly egotistical about his talent. He was like, I'm greater than you. And, there was that whole thing about where the guy gave him a glowing review and he like ripped the guy for saying, no, I'm not great. I'm monumental.
Yeah.
So he had a very, very strong sense of himself as a performer in the pantheon of performing. He knew that he had talent and he didn't suffer fools underestimating his talent. That's for sure.
What did you guys think of the director, the way he shot this? I mean, because he went to locations where he filmed with him.
He snatched. We don't often think about this with Herzog, but he's made a hell of a lot of documentaries.
Yeah.
So he's really at home with that medium. And his documentaries all largely dealt with life-threatening circumstances. I mean, the one about the caves notwithstanding, I mean, going out on volcanoes and glaciers and so on and so forth. And so I think, honestly, another terrifying event in nature, which is working with Klaus Kinski, literally this deadly force of nature, it really fit. It's yet another in his documentaries of ways to get killed in the woods.
And exactly, and also he long-standing tradition, Herzog, of inserting himself into his own documentary.
Sure.
So he was comfortable with that as well.
He made a really interesting documentary. I strongly recommend. I wanted us to do it for a long time about his hunt for the Loch Ness Monster called
Oh.
Incident at Loch Ness,
Yeah.
which is a movie. The less you read about it, the better. I would
Yeah.
read nothing about it and
Yeah.
just go in and watch it.
Watch it. Yeah.
We'll
Werner,
do that.
Werner explains everything for you. So yeah.
He does.
He's good at that.
We'll do that one Friday.
Okay, good. But now,
Cool.
Joel, promise me, don't read anything about it. Just go in tabula rasa.
I've watched a lot of stuff about the Legend of Loch Ness Monster and stuff, but I don't try to read like reviews for
Good.
movies I'm gonna watch.
Follow my advice on this. Go
Because
in.
Yeah.
it's
Less
sort
you
of
know, the
like
better.
if
It's
you
called Hunt for the Loch Ness.
Incident at
Incident?
Loch
Incident.
Ness.
Okay. Incident
Yeah.
at Loch.
Don't even look at the descriptions of it. Just
Nope.
put it on.
Just find out where we can get a hold of it and go
Yeah.
watch it. Yeah.
uh
That'll be Friday. Okay.
yeah tomorrow you guys want to do a Dark Shadows video with Don Schmidt?
Yes.
Cool. That'd be great. I
We're
haven't talked to Don in a long time. So
we're discussing the death of Matthew Morgan and all the ghosts that do it.
okay.
That's
Where things really
that's
start
the first-
getting spooky in the show.
That's the
Yeah.
first real episode of Dark Shadows, really.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's a hell of an episode.
And then they kind of put the frosting on that cake by showing a ghost by themselves.
Yes.
Yes.
So within a few
Yes.
episodes, you see Josette's ghost,
Yes.
and so you know that it's not a hallucination.
No. Yeah. There's also a little subtext there too. With it's like the police did not deserve to catch Matthew Morgan.
No, the Collinsport police deserve to solve no crimes. They don't do a very
No.
good job of it.
No. That's the one thing too. It's like this to me is sort of the beginning of the small town police being inefficient in a lot of ways.
Yep. Yep.
And really, Dark Shadow sort of starts that trope too, in a way,
Mhm.
in my opinion. But I will talk about it more tomorrow.
Dana Elcar does make it palatable, though.
He
because
does.
he's a likable
He does.
guy, and he makes that inefficiency totally palatable.
Yeah, he does. He's entertaining too.
Yes.
I mean, Dana Elfer can sell his ass
Yeah.
off. So,
Yeah.
which we'll talk.
That's a lot of ass to sell.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, you got it, flaunt it.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that tomorrow.
He's a big fan of ham sandwiches too, as I recall.
I hope so. Slapped with
mustard.
all that good Maine mayonnaise.
Yeah, he has this weird monologue. You remember that?
Yes.
The sandwich monologue he gives out of nowhere.
Yeah, and
Mayonnaise on a sandwich. Yeah.
Clarice Blackburn gives a man.
Yeah, talking about old
monologue.
roast beef.
Yeah.
God,
She's sitting in the diner talking about homemade mayonnaise.
fresh roast beef, old
Yeah.
roast beef.
In
Yeah.
in the restaurant too, I make my mayonnaise fresh. I'm like, what? You do?
Yeah, but
Well,
your
you
boiled
can.
dinners really suck.
Jewel, have you ever made mayonnaise?
No.
It's easy.
It's
You-
really
it's egg whites in a blender
I
with
think
some
Julie
oil
has.
oil.
and lemon juice.
Julie has, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sure she
Yeah,
has.
it's
Just
good.
a dash of lemon juice, just enough to kind of coagulate things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
We didn't have safety devices in my
Right.
mother's vehicles. She always had them removed. And instead, she would force me to make mayonnaise whenever we would go on a trip, even to the market. And we would fill large sacks of it.
Oh yes,
And attach
occupying
them
you
to
with
the
revulsion.
dashboard.
Right.
She was a strange woman.
Like cheese
Oh.
bags, only full of mayonnaise.
That's
Yeah.
right.
uh,
That's right.
I have a car story for you. When I was 2 years
Sure you do.
when I was 2 years old, my mother parked the car. She just went inside a store real quick. I got out of my car seat and I put the car in reverse. Don't ever do that, kids. Don't ever.
You were fun.
Yeah, I
But
was a lot-
Jewel, given your height, you were like, 5'9" by then. You were
No.
you
Let
so
me-
well
let me-
above this. You're taller than me.
Let me stop you. I was the runt of the litter. Okay, I was.
And you were still 5'9". At birth.
Everybody else was 7 feet tall.
At birth.
At birth, at birth. Listen to, oh my God.
I mean, you know, you were the one person Peter Mayhew
well,
looks up to.
I was 9 pounds 7 ounces at birth, so
That's pretty hefty. That's pretty,
yeah,
pretty
that's
sturdy.
I was a hefty kid. But
I was
Have you gained
12.
weight since then?
Butterball turkey.
yeah, I'm a butterball.
Well,
turkey.
I don't want to see it when his pop-up timer's active.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God. Is there anything you guys want to add about the documentary before we go?
No, it's great. I highly recommend it to any of our viewers.
Yeah, it's good.
If you've
It's
not
really
seen
good.
it,
Thank you. I really like this movie.
you might want to
I-
see a couple of Herzog's movies first with
It helps.
Kinski. It really
Right.
helps. Fitzcarraldo being one, Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, Aguirre.
Yeah.
You can also,
Any of those.
I think the thing you can see too with the director who's directing the documentary and starring in it too in this, you can see his eye for vision when he's filming himself.
Yep.
He
Yep.
knows where to set up the camera and where he wants it shot. So when you see his movies within the frame of this documentary, it's a perfect complement to what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
that reminds me of one thing that I thought was really fun, in that when he's talking about the Kinski twist, how he used to twist around the camera to come into camera sight. He would literally stand beside the camera and then wrap his feet around to the other side and then just kind of twist into view. And apparently that was quite dramatic on film. So pretty just a tiny piece of his genius.
That's how Link Martindale would enter Tic-Tac-Doe,
Yes,
as I
right.
recall. It was,
Right.
but he was very influenced by Kinski.
Yes, it's true. Until he caught his toupee on the camera, and that ended it.
I have his autobiography.
Wink Martindale.
Yeah, Winking at
Yeah.
Life or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I'll give you something to watch on Netflix. True Haunting. Go check it out. Yeah. Go
Is it a feature?
It's like a 3-episode thing. It's about this track runner. It's about this track runner who has a ghost encounter in college. Go check it out. Highly recommend it. Very, very good story. It involves.
There's a movie called Personal Best about a track runner who has an encounter in college.
It might be the same thing.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
Well, it might.
I don't think so.
People were being haunted by things, but it wasn't by ghosts.
Oh, okay. All right, link to Patrick McCray's Dark Shadows Daybook about it's going to be in the description box. Link to Alan Gallant's YouTube channel, Collins Port After Dark, will be in the description box. Go check it out. He's got a fresh new video up, and it's rocking. It's fucking rocking. It's awesome. Great job, by the way, Alan. So
Sure.
I'll see you guys tomorrow night. We are going to talk Ghost.
Bill Malloy and Ghost and Company.
That's right.
Right.
See you guys.
Take care.